Alright, well, just about 1 year later, I filmed this video last year on June 22nd, picked the car up on the 17th, I believe. We are back, and we are doing an updated walk around on the S4. Now, first of all, I'm going to have to apologize for how dirty the car is. It's going to rain in like an hour, so I haven't had time to clean it, and I'm worried that if I clean it, it'll just rain. So, no point in doing that, and then I was just visiting my friends at FCP Euro, and drove about 300, 400 miles round trip there, so killed some bugs, and the back of the car is filthy. But let's get in the mod list. So we'll start with exterior mods. Those of you on the channel know that I've wrapped this car 3M Gloss Storm Gray. The internet likes to call it white, so before anything else, last time I compared it to my father's white Audi, and you guys said it still looked white. So here is a white piece of paper. Going along with the wrap, we have these VMR V8o Four Wheels. These are super lightweight, flow form. They weigh just about 20 pounds each. They're 19 by 9.5 squared, and they're a 35 offset. So with a 255/35 tire, you can see it sits pretty flush here and really flush in the rear. I've actually had to have a little bit of camber added in the rear because we were rubbing on the fender liner and on the rear of the fender, especially on this tab back here. Again, sorry for the dirt. But there's a little tab in here on the fender. If you have an S4, especially that's lowered, you probably know about this. I've worn that tab completely down, so there's no tab there anymore. The tires that I'm running are Hankook Ventus V12 Evo 2s. Again, they're 255/35/19. I'm really happy with these, and I got them for 600 bucks, so I can't complain. Up front, again, courtesy of my friends at FCP Euro, I do have these Q5 big brakes that have a spotted dirt on them. Definitely not thoroughly clean. These are 4-piston Brembo calipers, same size rotor as stock, but again, the caliper is bigger and it has 3 more pistons than stock. What's cool about these from FCP Euro is they have a lifetime warranty, so if I have any issues with these or the discs or the pads, I just send them back and we'll get new ones. The car is lowered on H&R coilovers. There's the Street Series coilovers, and I really, really like the ride. I mean, I've been on these for almost a year, and I can't say enough good things. They ride really well. I think they've actually been discontinued, which is kind of a bummer, but if you can find a set, would highly recommend them. And that kind of wraps up the car's stance as far as how it sits. Up front here, we do have this grille with the Quattro emblem at the bottom of this. You guys ask where I got this. I got this off of an Audi Zine group buy that has since been discontinued. I hear that you can find these on eBay every now and again. We also have these custom bugs that I've smushed. And then over here, and on the other side as well, these 2 carbon pieces are from ECS Tuning. This is their carbon fiber grille surround and their carbon fiber grille overlay. These really add a nice look to the front end of the car, and when you're looking at it like this, make the front end kind of poke that way instead of just looking rounded off around there. Now, something I mentioned a year ago and still haven't gotten to are these orange side markers. I would like to delete those, but we'll get there. One step at a time, right? I've done enough in a year. I do not have a front lip because I am concerned about destroying a nice piece of carbon fiber, so have held off on that for now. We do have the roof wrapped gloss black along with the antenna wrapped gloss black. And I do still have the stock silver mirrors. I was looking to do these carbon fiber, but hear me out here. With the silver Audi badge, doesn't it look kind of good, silver there, and then the silver S4 badge on the trunk? Kind of links in. So I'm not in a huge rush to do carbon fiber, but I think these will look better in carbon fiber, especially because they'll hide all those bugs that I killed. Coming around to the back of the car, it is absolutely filthy, so really, again, I'm sorry. The first thing we did here is we deleted the Audi emblem. Not actually the first thing we did, but it's the thing that the internet hates. I really like how it looks. I think it makes the rear end look much wider without a central focus point. I think your eyes are drawn to the edges, and that makes it look good. So if you don't like it, don't delete it on your car, but it's my car. As far as the S4 emblem goes, and you guys will see how dirty this car is, which is awful, we do have this yellow stripe of vinyl right there. I did that yellow stripe when I had yellow brake calipers just to kind of match it, and it's kind of just stayed. A couple people ask if I'm getting rid of it, but I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a tribute to the old setup. I may eventually do a yellow stripe on the bottom and a black stripe on the top and make it look like the German flag. As far as carbon fiber goes back here, we have the Carbon Imports rear lip. I'm happy with the quality of this, but apparently Carbon Imports has had some shipping issues recently, which I hope have been resolved. So make sure to check them out and read the forum posts about that, the more recent forum posts about that, before you go to purchase. One of my favorite pieces we have the ECS tuning carbon fiber rear diffuser, which I think brings the whole back end of the car together. The wing and the diffuser just, they look so good together. And look at this carbon. And then, of course, we have the AWE touring exhaust. These are the 90mm tips, and this is the touring system with the stock downpipes. So I still have stock downpipes, no aftermarket downpipes. As far as the interior goes, everything is pretty much the same as the last time you saw it. I am gonna hardwire my radar soon. I will make a separate video on that. And I do have, you know, the water bottle and the sweatshirt mod over there. Those are custom, one of a kind. All right, so under here, just carrying through on the carbon fiber theme, we do have the ECS Tuning Strut Bar. This has yellowed a little bit from the heat, but that's kind of to be expected in the engine bay. This looks really nice. It almost looks OEM. It gets dirty really quickly, so would recommend wiping that down every now and again. Connects the struts together and adds a little bit of rigidity. Over here, we have the integrated engineering intake. I mean, it's a little floppy, but it's super solid with the hood shut. You can see the hood even seals right here. Seals this area off from all the hot air in there. Really happy with the build quality here. And Integrated was actually one of the first people to reach out about the S4, so they have a special place in my heart. Over here, I know it's not a mod, but it's worth mentioning that I do have an actual oil dipstick, as opposed to the little blocker that comes in there from the factory. As far as tuning goes, this is the Integrated Engineering 57mm single pulley. The lower crank pulley is still stock right now. And I am on Integrated Engineering Stage 2 tune, along with their DSG tune. On Stage 1, I made 351 wheel horsepower and 314 wheel torque. The dual pulley cars that day are making like 380 to 390, so super happy with those numbers, and can't wait to see what it makes on single pulley and what it runs in the quarter mile. Up front, hiding in here, it's going to be hard to see during daylight. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. Oh, you can see the line right there. We do have the AWE tuning cold front. Super happy with that as well. Made the car much more consistent. The only things I've forgotten here are the things under the car. We do have the 034 drivetrain mount insert kit, and then we do have the ECS tuning lower control arm brace. It goes across. We recently installed that, and that's supposed to make the rear end of the car a little bit more rigid. So that just about wraps it up for the mod list on my 2013 Audi S4. Make sure to check the description or click up top for a link to the playlist for all of the mods that we've done to this S4. If you guys have any questions about anything, leave them in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and we will catch you guys in the next video.